screens, waiting for the sunlight to push through our windows, and I have to add a little more caption to my title. I'll be back. Okay, people, got some time, let the sun pop up. Let's get some light in here, as we should have. Open up my curtains in the background, which I like to have up as high as possible. As much light in here as we can. Project couldn't wait to be up so we can get some light in here for these demonstrations. As even though we do this demonstration in a fully lit environment with plenty of light, still never enough light until we can get some window light in here. So I had to change the caption a bit. A lot of people with ultra short throw projectors have been contacting us about using our technology with ultra short throws, and I'm here to show you this demonstration with my $60 NEC projector, which is a, I think it's an XGA projector, I want to check the specifications on that. Anyway, $60 projector, I think 2001 contrast ratio. How gray screens do not work on ultra short throw projectors. As I explained to you before, that when using a great product, when using it, whether it be a paint, whether it be a screen, whether it be a white screen, whatever it may be, you are dumbing down your projector. If you think you're basically upgrading your projector with great screen paint products, you're not. At the end of the day, all you're doing is downgrading your projector's performance. I'm going to show you with a $60 projector how we're able to maintain dark contrast levels in a fully lit environment with window light right next to the screen and not having any issues or any problems whatsoever, which you will have as great. And I explained it before that any time that you watch demonstrations, people displaying these screens in these somewhat poorly lit environments, which I see all the time, it just clearly shows that they fake a lot of demonstrations, and that's something you're going to have to watch out for. You know, when you're watching these demonstrations, making sure that there's no dark pockets of shadows and corners or any of that nonsense. You want the area to be fully lit with as much light as possible. As you can see, we have no corners of darkness, and any way we turn, everything's nice and bright. Windows right next to the screen, and we're using our $60 NEC projector. So let's get this started. And we get the overhead lights on too on top of that. So I'm gonna get this started. Let me go over here and grab, let's see which one before we got to this. Fire stick is on each side. Let's see, we're gonna pull up here. There we go. Now let's pull up I go to the star field. I'll pick up some contrast demonstrations. Let's pick up Starfield Screensaver. It's a pretty easy one to pull up. Now, as I told you in our demonstrations that the technology we developed, the 38 Black Widow or advanced anti-light rejection, 38 Black Widow does all the work. That means you can take a projector that doesn't have the ability to pull up an amazing contrast level compared to an expensive model and make it look absolutely incredible, which means you don't have to spend the money for extra contrast, which means you're not going to be spending a few $1,000s here and there just to make the screen pull up a contrast level when the black screen does all the work for you. And as you can see by the gray screen paint products, it's having a very difficult time pulling up a contrast level because I explained before, gray screens do not have the ability to see contrast, nor can they see color. So if you were to go out and spend the money for a high-end projector just so you can achieve contrast levels, you still cannot see a contrast level. A gray screen will never, ever have the ability to produce a 100% black level. It can only produce shades of gray and darker shades of gray. That's what you're getting. And the more light you have in the environment, the faster the contrast level is going to wash out. Now my projector is at 3,600 lumens, and still, like I said, well, the projector being bright has nothing to do with it. But still, the technology we have here is giving the projector the ability to produce an amazing contrast level, again, without washing out or fading. Let's go with Black Screensaver Goldfish. Now, if you had this screen on a wallpaper surface, had a gray screen paint product painted onto your wall, guess what you'll be picking up at the end of the day? A washed out, faded image. And guess where your environment's going to be at? Well, you're going to be sitting in the dark. And you're going to have to spend some money for an expensive projector because your screen is not working properly. If you have true 100% real technology, you should be able to pull a contrast level in a fully lit environment right next to a window without an issue. Now you see how bright that goldfish is popping up? That's the beautiful thing about this demonstration. It must maintain a solid black level from the back, but also it must maintain a bright, vivid goldfish at the same time, which shows our technology is registering white light. White light is required to see bright colors, and also too, contrast is required to darken the colors and make them pop higher. Where the gray screen is not picking up any contrast at all, period. This is why these demonstrations are never, ever done in a fully lit environment. Now this, like I said, this is an ultra short throw projector. Usually people are going to be setting this up, and when this projector is up, they're going to be setting up something where they're going to have red up against the screen. And they're going to want to have that TV experience. So what's the point of having that TV experience if your entire environment is sitting in the dark? I guarantee you when you turn on the TV, you don't basically darken your curtains, you don't darken the environment, you don't go through any of that nonsense. Again, it's TV. So if the company is selling a projector to represent a TV, what's the point of doing that if you're going to be in the dark anyway? Let's pull up, let's see, Sony 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I've explained this before so many times. If a person has to get up to walk over to a screen to show you a contrast level, that's a fail, especially when they're ultra short throws. So I can use my screen like a TV. I can come here and I can watch TV, cartoons, whatever I want. Windows open, light coming through, the whole 9 yards, everything. The same thing on the screen downstairs with 127 inch. And I can do it at 60 bucks on my projector. Now, if my customers who try to come in and try to relate to this projector, anything you buy is going to be better than the projector I have sitting on the floor. It's an outdated model. Now, if I was in here with a $50,000 coffee table projector, it's kind of hard to relate to because you're going to have to get that $50,000 or something a little higher. But anybody can relate to that on the floor. So this shows you at the end of the day that it's a screen that does all the work. Takes an old 720p projector, makes it look absolutely amazing, where the gray screen paint product will be absolutely worthless on this projector and a waste of my time. So these projectors are all over eBay. I've seen a few pop up today. I'm going to grab me another one. I'm actually going to be using one for my outdoor projection setup too. We got that projector maxed out at 150 inches. I'm going to be actually taking it downstairs and hooking up to my screen downstairs. I'm going to display it on that 140-inch acoustic downstairs with the lights on. Natural Desire 8K. Now the demonstration should have been done in a fully lit environment, and it should have been. Natural Desire 8K.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're going to do that one. Definitely going to do that one. But I'm going to do this one too. And that new one they just got too. I'll do that one also. Anything with a counterclock, I'm good with it. Red's not picking up. That's definitely not going to happen. We couldn't even get color to produce off the gray screen. That's why I said it's a waste of your time for us to take the 28 inch, just a $20 fiberglass surface and paint it with the gray screen paint product. Why would you do that? Why would you downgrade your screen to begin with? To get 4x8 of a washed out image that you can't even see a contrast level off, or 4x8 for a surface that you're definitely at the end of the day are going to spend a lot more money to try to get a somewhat decent image. And even with that, you can't use it in this environment. It won't work. If a certified screen gunmetal can't pick up in here, what makes you think a gray screen paint or a gray screen is going to pick up in here? It's not. So that's why I said that you're dumbing your projector down. That's what you're doing. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Can't see color. I said that too many times to count. You can't. Gray screens cannot register and see color. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
Later on tonight, when it's nice and dark outside, we'll do the demonstration again with the lights out. And you'll see, not even in the dark, you still can't see contrast and you still can't see color. And if the weather's good, we'll be outside on that huge sample sheet we painted gray, and we'll go outside 150 inch and be outside in the dark and in the evening hours, and you'll still see with the gray screen, still can't see color or contrast. It doesn't pick up. I said before that the old screen paints, gray screen paints, are outdated products. They're outdated. They had their heyday 9 years ago or 9 years back, way back when the white screens were pretty much all the rage, and you had the gray screens popped up because people wanted more of a better contrast level and better color. They wanted more of a darker image, so they wanted the gray screens. But when the gunmetals came out, the gunmetals pretty much destroyed for the gray screens because gunmetals can produce heavier contrast levels, which the gray screens were intended to be used for over the white screens, because the white screen couldn't produce a heavy enough contrast level or color. And that's where the gray screens came in at, a better version of a white screen. But gunmetals, on the other hand, can pull much heavier contrast levels, can maintain white levels because of the reflective surface, and because they have both combinations of white light and black light, they can produce that deep, rich color. Where the gray screen was not needed anymore. But then again, at the end of the day, for those people who are not going to be able to afford that $3,000 and $5,000 mark on a gunmetal, well, then that's where the gray screen comes in. People don't want to pay $1,500, $1,600 for mid-gray, they go into the gray screen. But keep in mind, the gray screen is a upgrade of a white screen. White screens produce amazing color, can't produce contrast or color, can't be used in fully lit environments. Gray screens can't be used in fully lit environments, can't produce contrast and colors. And the sad part about it is they can't produce a white level next to a white screen. Put them against black screens. Well, the black screens I've seen on the market so far, their white levels are extremely poor. They use very dark environments and really poor demonstrations. Our technology can maintain fully lit environments with no problem whatsoever. It can max out zones with projectors of 1,000 lumens, and even can perform demonstrations outside with no problem whatsoever, which means we can register and maintain white light at the same time. Next to a gray screen, we can maintain your white levels. We can basically blend into your screens. You can blend into your dark mixes with no problem whatsoever. Dark gray screen paint products with no problem. We can maintain contrast levels you can't even begin to even touch. Not even gunmetals can even touch us at that level. And we can maintain colors that gunmetals, gray screens, and white screens can't even begin to even think of. And we can do it on projectors that are way, way, way below of what anyone uses in their demonstrations. That's the power of black technology screen. And again, like I said, it produces a 100% contrast. You never will get that from any other screen.
Prep your home for spring and save during Kohl's home sale. Get 20 to 40% off bedding essentials, up to 25% off.
There's supposed to be a contrast over there. See? Can't produce contrast, can't see color, even on fish. It's not going to pull up. There's supposed to be a black level right there in the coral reef. You can't see it. Let's go to, let's see. 8K desired 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, wait a minute. Screensaver's 4K. That's what I want.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm gonna bring some deep, rich colors. They gave me what I wanted. Let me see right here. See, we did this demonstration right here without the light coming through the window. I told you if I switched it over, we have light pushing through the environment. Right there. That gray screen's not gonna pull up at all, period. And then you'll have somebody say, well, you know, I'll get more advanced, more expensive. What did you just say? You gotta spend more money? You gotta spend more money to get a better projector, to get better color, to get better contrast. Then I already told you right there, you're spending too much money already on the door. I can do it at $60 down to $200. So if you have to spend more money for better contrast, you have to spend more money for better color, then that means you basically just upped your ante, you're spending more money for what you need to have for home theater. How are you saving money at the end of the day? Now, not to beat a dead horse to death here. If the slogan is saving you hundreds, where are you saving it? You're going to have to spend more money in order to improve the projector's performance because the screen can't see it. So where are you saving money? If a $3,300 projector is being used in a demonstration, where are you saving money? Because the only way you're going to be able to get that image, as I said before, you're going to have the same machine, which means you're going to have to cough up $300 to get that same machine to perform in that environment. And you sure enough are not going to be doing a fully lit environment because you can't pick up contrast. So I don't know how that's even going to work. You're definitely going to be calibrating because if that machine's calibrating the video, you'll be calibrating also. And you're not going to do it on a $60 projector or a $200 projector. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to spend money for a projector that has an outrageous amount of contrast attached to that machine. And with that being said, $1,000, it's going to go up really quick, really fast. So where are you saving any money? Because my customer demonstrations, if you notice, they don't spend a lot of money for projectors. The fellow called Hector, who does demonstrations from time to time, so demonstrations outside. I don't see any gray screens doing those demonstrations. No contrast at all, period. Where are you saving money? I've had this conversation today on a forum site. One of them came to the forum site discussing about how they save so much money. Tell me where? Where are you saving money? What kind of projectors used in the demonstration compared to the one we're using right now? It's $3,300, right? How much does my projector cost? $60. So I'm sitting here in a fully lit environment, right next to a window, and I'm pulling up a black level and red level at the same time, but a gray product's not pulling this up. So you're going to have to spend money for more projectors. So where are you saving money? My whole system here alone would cost you under $650, including a Fire Stick, projector, soundbar, screen, in-screen paint, and you can still pull a contrast level darker than you would pull on a projector with a 2 million to 1, easily, in a fully lit environment. Tell me where you're saving. You're not. Because if I go through your videos, each one of you, one by one, and I check out your projectors and how much they cost, I guarantee they cost more than my $60 projector sitting on the floor. I guarantee when I add up what you paid for your setup, you paid more than $650. I guarantee you. So where are you saving money? So you spend all this money for a high-end projector and you're still stuck in a dark environment calibrating? You can't even do this. You're not saving any money. And like I said, at the end of the day, because, not to beat a dead horse to death, but if you can't back your product to a $23 container of paint at the end of the day, anyone can mimic your stuff all day. You can't mimic this technology. You know why? Because we have 29 tests to back it live, which we use in the forum sites all the time. Especially that one with me drawing on the screen with black paint. That is the kicker right there. That is the absolute kicker. We had four, and I love it. We had 4 or 5 people coming and saying, oh, we can do that with black paint. All right, here's the demonstration. Do the same thing. And that conversation, we got a couple emails back like, where do we buy? Because we can back our product. But if you're showing me pretty colors in a fully lit environment, heck, I can go downstairs and get a $23 can of paint off my rack, paint it in, and do the exact same demonstration with no problem. You're not saving any money at the end of the day. You're actually going to have to spend more money. Starfield screensaver. You're going to have to spend more money in order to be able to get a better color, better contrast, and at the end of the day, still you're not going to compete with black technology. You cannot see contrast or color. I couldn't explain that more than, and it's not toward my customers, it's toward the individuals who swear at the end of the day that they spend $3,300 on a projector, they're seeing contrast. You cannot see it. You let me know what projector on the face of the planet. I've seen projectors that would make your projector look like a paperweight at the end of the day. I've seen $40,000, $50,000. I've seen a $250,000 barcode in somebody's video. I'm like, wow, it's freaking crazy. $100,000 Sony projectors, cinema projectors in there from movie theaters in these setups. And these projectors would make a P2 look like a freaking paperweight at the end of the day. And their demonstrations, which I watch on display, they're showing off the contrast. It's just pretty nice. But the minute they turn the lights on, they get that discoloration right around the edges on every single one of them. You know why? Because the gray screen can't see contrast. That's why. And then I come in there with my $60 projector or my $109 projector, or if I want to boost it up, I bring in the $500 projector and I show them a true black contrast level outside. That's the end of the conversation right there. So you're thinking, like, if this man's sitting over there and he's getting a contrast level that crazy off a projector that cheap, how much better my screen's gonna look at the end of the day if I hit it with this monster I got over here attached to my ceiling. So for those people who have the high-end expensive projectors, you're really not getting what you think you're getting out of your machine at the end of the day. We don't calibrate over here. We don't have to. We don't have to depend on these dark environments and blah, blah, blah. We don't do that nonsense. Ooh, it's going to be nice outside today. People might be outside playing around. Hopefully, if nothing else comes up today, because they usually get stacked and orders are very busy. But anyway, yes, I don't care how much you argue about how powerful your contrast level is. Keep in mind, the higher the contrast, the more money you're going to spend. So you tell me where you're saving any money. You're not saving a dime at all. You're just going to spend more money for a more advanced projector because you have no choice, because your colors are washed out and your screen can't see a decent contrast level at the end of the day. So the quality isn't coming from the screen. The quality comes from the projector. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with P2. P2 and all the other projectors work perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Just like the projector I have on the floor right now. These $60 NEC, there's nothing wrong with it at all, period. It works perfectly fine. The problem is that the screen has dumbed down or downgraded your projector. So if you have a great screen and you're sitting there hitting it with a projector, you only have 30%. Your screen should look way, way, way better than that. Much better. I can blow out your whatever projector you have with my $60 or my projector behind me. Any demonstration I pull, your projector couldn't even follow it because of the black technology that the screen's laying against. It's true. Don't get upset about it, but it's true. You can't see contrast. And last I checked, when you look at it, projectors don't say, hey, this is an amazing projector. It has a 3,000 or 2 million to 1 white level. It's contrast. This is a basic, simple demonstration. Simple Starfield demonstration. That's all. If your screen is qualified and it's a good screen that pulls proper contrast levels, you should be able to do this with no problem. You shouldn't have to spend all this money for a high contrast level projector just to be able to pick up a somewhat gray level, because that's what you're picking up, shades of gray. You're not picking up black. Now we're going to repeat this again. I didn't do this. It's going to be fast, short, and sweet. We're doing this one for the morning right now because I told you we did a couple at nighttime when we had no light, it was nice and bright in the environment. I told you it's going to come back here. We're going to do it again in the morning, right? We did the color levels and we did the contrast, right? You can see how bright my environment is. And take the camera, let's swing it around so you can see how much light we have in the environment. Look at the distance of where my window sits to where my screen sits. Sorry if I made you dizzy on that one. Not that far of a distance, as you can see. Plenty of light pushing in. Now we're going to come back later on tonight. We're going to be outside today. So we're outside today. I got to go outside for demonstrations today. I'm definitely got to get today. I heard the weather's going to be really good today. If I pass with this opportunity, I'd be a complete idiot. I'm planning to be outside today. So we're going to do the demonstration with that huge sheet we painted downstairs to show you why you do not want to use gray screen paint products or white products outside on home theater setups. Bad idea. Very bad idea. We may bring this ultra short though. I did an ultra short though outside demonstration in a while. We'll bring one of those out to show you on that one too. We'll bring two different calibers. We'll bring a long throw, we'll bring the short throw and ultra short throw for those you want to change up on your projectors. And show you that no matter what we pick out there in our projector swap outs, doesn't make a difference. If we drop 1,000 out there, the gray screen is just not going to pick up color or contrast, even if we're in complete darkness. Because we've gotten this a few times in a few sites where people will say, well, what do I need a black screen for? It's going to be dark outside anyway. It's going to be no difference. Oh, we definitely want to show you a difference on what you're losing. You're definitely losing. You want that screen outside? Come on. You spend all this money for your out. People spend a lot of money for outdoors. They spend a lot of patio and new furniture and lighting and fixtures and all this stuff to make it look like that ultimate exotic comfort zone. So why in the world would you trash it with a white and gray screen at the end of the day? Don't you want a screen that looks like a plasma TV outside your house where your neighbors can go, oh, that's freaking amazing. I'm telling you. I can't wait till my surface gets here. I just ordered me another acoustic surface. I'm going to be coding that. I actually got 3 of them coming in. One for the big screen we got to build in here, which I got to wait till next week for the driver to take me down to Lowe's. But I got another one I'm going to be spraying for outside for rear projection. We're going to have some fun with that. But then again, like I said, why you want to downgrade your system with a gray screen or white screen. And we will be showing you all this summer as we're going to be promoting our backyard packages for setting up the ultimate OLED. And I said OLED, not gray. OLED like projection screens for outside from inflatables. We're going to get cheap outdoor projection screens off Amazon to roll over with black technology to show you how to get the most from your projector. And at the end of the day, you spend all this freaking money for these overpriced projectors thinking this is going to help you out when it's actually not going to do jack for you at the end of the day. It's going to give you a little bit of a bump, but not by much at all, period. So we're going to show you how to get that OLED black display outside on your patio. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is how it works in my world. Your screen should look the exact same way as it does inside the house as it does outside. Have you noticed that when I do demonstrations where you're sitting inside the house, watching off a screen, go downstairs, jump from room to room to room, look up at the ceiling, walk through and go outside and boom, the screen looks the exact same way. That's how it's supposed to work. Not go outside and your screen is washed out and faded because it's a white screen and it's poorly lit in one room because the environment's dark where you have it at. I love those ones. I've seen someone doing that. The environment was dark where they had the screen, an ambient light control, number one. And then they tried to go outside and the screen was washed out. I'm like, no. I can't wait to get the 4K GoPro because I'm going to do the demonstration. I'm going to sit in the room, I'm going to sit back here, play the game system, go from room to room to room, go downstairs, watch TV off my ceiling, watch TV off the screen at the same time. We'll have the 150-inch motorized by then. Walk outside, jump on the deck, watch that big 148-inch we're going to put on the deck. Another screen on this side for gaming, jump downstairs, and you can watch a 250-inch screen wrapped around my deck, which is going to look absolutely insane when we get done with it. It should all look the exact same way, with the inside or out. All right, people, well, got a lot to do today. I got to go through a bunch of blueprints. I've got customers to work with today, and we may also do it. I haven't done an outside paint on demonstration. I've done one before with the 8. I want to do another one with the 38. I want to do an outside paint on demonstration. That's when we take a screen and we paint it black, we paint it red. We paint it white and gray, and we literally paint our screen in outside. Absolutely. All right. Just giving you the wake-up call, people. Again, $60 projector. I'll put the model number down. You can go over to eBay. They got them over there. I wouldn't pay any more than $200 is the highest. And like I said, $200 on down. And this projector is 3,600 lumens. Mind you, P2s are 3,000. This is 36, and it still can't even pull up on a great screen. All right, well, with that being said, save some money, save some time, and get the real deal at the end of the day. Gotta go, and God bless.